Hey guys, welcome to Art 2. If you're new to the channel, this channel is about helping you sell your art online through print-on-demand websites like Redbubble, Society6, and a few other platforms that we discuss on the channel. In today's video, we have a bit of a masterclass for you guys on how to start a print-on-demand business. If you're just getting into print-on-demand and want to learn everything that you need to do to be successful with this new type of business for you, then stick through the video because there's going to be some information on getting started, sites to sell on, creating designs, and marketing. If you already sell on print on demand, there might be some helpful tips that you might not be doing right now that you might learn from this particular video. So stick around. And what I'd like to say is that when you get started on print on demand, it's very frustrating at first because you think you're going to get sales, you think you're going to be starting right away off the bat, making money, and it takes time to build up your business. So don't get discouraged. It happens to everybody. And if you do start making sales right away when you upload to some of these sites, hey, you're golden. You've done something good. It's working for you. So stick with it. Now, what happens with print on demand when you're just getting started is you have to pick a few things right off the bat. You have to pick if you want to have another platform host your designs and fulfill your orders, or if you want to go it alone and have some print vendors that will print your designs when you need them. If you work with a platform like Redbubble, then you're going to be able to get them to do all the marketing. They're going to print the item, they're going to fulfill it, they're going to add new products. All you have to do is upload your designs and set your margins, and when you make sales, everything just works out in the back end without any effort from you. So if you want to go your own route and want to start your print-on-demand business with a partner like Printify, which we've linked in the description box below, they will work the back end as far as creating the item and sending it out to the customer. But they won't do marketing and they won't promote your items. So here's the difference. If you just want to set it and forget it, then use a platform like Redbubble or Society6 where you upload your design, set your margins, and enable the products that you want to see your design on. And then it just works magically in the background. When people search through their platform, they can find your items, or sometimes it will show up in the search results through Google and other platforms, and even sometimes pop up on social media with ads from Redbubble that might feature your product. So if you want the easy route, then do a print-on-demand platform like Redbubble where you just upload your designs and they take care of everything in the background. If you want to go and create your own store, it's a little bit more challenging because you do have to advertise and get people to that platform. Unless you've already built a big social media presence, then it takes a bit of time to see sales come through. And there's also a trust issue if somebody goes on a website that they've never heard of before to buy something and they're not familiar with you. So when I started, I preferred the Redbubble method where I would upload my designs and just hope for the sales, and it started working out and I started to get sales, and it motivated me to do more print-on-demand platforms and to join other networks and things along those lines. So after I became successful on Redbubble, I started to upload to different websites and the same process where they were doing all the work on the back end. And then eventually I started to create campaigns around some of the designs that I was working on and promoting them through Facebook and other social media just to see if I could do it on my own also. Now what I found is it was a little bit more challenging and more expensive to go that route since I had to pay for advertising, and not every campaign was going to turn into a bunch of sales that would cover the campaign and the cost of running a business that way. So I do prefer the flexibility of having your own website, and you know for sure that if you got a sale, it's legit because the person came straight through your website and you made the sale. If you work with another platform, then you're hoping that they're honest and that they're giving you credit for every sale that they make through the platform with your designs. Redbubble has been around for a long time. They are a publicly traded company in Australia, so they have to comply to certain rules and regulations, and you'd hope that they are doing the right thing when it comes to their artists and paying them their commissions when they're due and accounting for every sale that you make through their platform. Now, some are smaller print-on-demand platforms. You have to kind of trust them and see what happens if you do make some sales. So if you join another print-on-demand platform and you aren't seeing any sales, one way to test it and see if you are getting commission for your sales is ask a friend or family member to purchase one of your designs and see if it gets credited back to your account. That way you kind of have an idea if they're being honest with you or not. So those are a couple things that you can do to get started with print-on-demand is decide your path. Decide if you want to do it yourself, where you will find suppliers to manufacture the items and if you want to do your own advertising and collect your own payments. If you don't want to have any of those hassles, then go with other sites like Redbubble, Society6, and we're going to discuss a few of the sites that I've used and some of the benefits of using some of those sites. So let's get into it. So hey guys, these are the sites that I use to upload my designs to for my print-on-demand business. I start off with Redbubble. It's my go-to website when it comes to print on demand. I make a lot of sales through this platform, and I also find it very easy to manage the account. The uploader is excellent, and you can edit your designs on the mockups. So basically, if you find that it's not looking the way that you want, you can play around, tweak it, create a pattern, do all sorts of different things that make your design stand out on that particular product through the Redbubble platform. Now, because they take care of everything in the back end for me, I don't have to worry about managing my account once I upload that design. The sales, once they come through, I get an email notifying me that I made a sale. And then when I hit a $20 threshold, they make sure to send me a payment through PayPal. So Redbubble being one of the easiest platforms, and it's also one that we've covered a lot on this channel. If you guys aren't familiar with Redbubble, I suggest you watch some of the previous videos and be familiar on what you need to do to be successful on that platform. The next site that I use a lot is Society6. I like Society6 because they have a lot of home decor products, which are great for patterns and some of the designs that maybe I wouldn't take a chance on Redbubble or some other platforms. I might upload them to Society6 because they are a really well-known site for home decor, like wallpaper and things along those lines, cushions. It just depends on what you're creating. So I would say that if you're looking for a platform that has a lot of products on the home decor side, try Society6 because they definitely have a great variety of products that you guys might enjoy creating designs for and uploading to that site. They also work like Redbubble, where they take care of everything in the back end. They have their own manufacturing process where they'll send the designs to different companies around the country or the world to have printed on certain items, even furniture they create. So Society6 is definitely one worth checking out if you are looking to do more on the home decor side, although they do have everything from masks to t-shirts to hoodies to phone cases. So they have a good number of products that you can also upload to. The next one on my list is TeePublic. I don't use this site as much as I used to, but I make sure that every design I do create goes to all these sites. So because there is no rule that says you can't upload your design to various print-on-demand sites, I make sure I optimize and have all my designs uploaded to these different sites. Now, TeePublic is a little bit more tricky. I found that sales are a little bit slower on this platform, but I still like them, and they are a very popular platform that people do go to and purchase clothing mostly. And I think if you're looking for a variety of products, start with Redbubble and maybe Society6. TeePublic would be more if you have a lot of good t-shirt designs or designs that look really good on clothing. You might want to consider them. Amazon Merch is one of the more difficult programs to get on. If you're lucky to get accepted into the Amazon Merch program, you're also going to be getting a lot of sales through this platform. Considering that Amazon is one of the biggest online retailers in the world, you know that you're going to get a lot of eyeballs on your designs and most likely will be making more sales than you would through other platforms. There is a challenge of being accepted into the program, but if you follow some of the rules that you can find information online on how to join the program and how to make sure that they accept you. You might be successful and be accepted into the program, and it's definitely worth trying at least, even if you're not accepted, to at least try to get into this program because it is one of the most profitable platforms that you can join. So definitely take a look at Amazon Merch and see if you can qualify to be accepted into their program. Now, Printify and Printful are two other sites that I use, but they are basically back-end systems that feed those designs that I create to other sites or other platforms connected to my Etsy store, eBay store, and Shopify. So I can have the product created on Printify's website, and then linking to my other accounts, I could feed that to through their platform to the other sites and have orders fulfilled from those other platforms through Printify. So technically it's like Redbubble, but you have flexibility of charging what you want, doing things a little bit differently when it comes to the way you market those different products on other websites. You have a little bit more flexibility when you work with Printify or Printful because you are in control of how you advertise or where you send your designs to for customers to look at. You can even integrate it with social media. You can have a Shopify store. There are so many different integrations so Printify and Printful are definitely worth checking out if you want to work through Printify, and Printful are definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a platform that connects to some of the major e-commerce websites or want to do your own storefront online, then they definitely are worth checking out. And they also have a lot of products that you can enable and sell through different platforms. So using these different platforms, you can maximize the number of people that see your designs. If you only upload to one site, then you're only going to have a limited number of people looking at that one design. If you upload to all these different sites and eventually turn into sales for your business, and that's how you grow a print-on-demand business, by having more eyeballs on your designs, more sites that you're listing on, and eventually the sales come and you start to have a great amount of passive income come in every month from your print-on-demand business. So hey guys, a lot of you think that in order to start a print-on-demand business, you have to be great artists to be able to create your work that you're going to place on that print-on-demand item. And that's not 100% true. There are a lot of people that sell print-on-demand items without knowing anything about art. And one of the easiest ways is to actually get started with typography. By using words instead of traditional art, you can create products based on sayings, just a basic word, whatever might be popular, something that might be trending, and you can make money, even using different fonts and things along those lines. Now, if you do use typography, make sure that the font that you're using is going to be commercially licensed, meaning that you can place that font on an item that's going to be sold and mass produced, because even on the fonts, there are copyright and people do own certain fonts. So you want to make sure that you're working with someone or a company that's put together fonts basically that have given permission to use the fonts in a commercial setting or commercial purpose. That's very important if you guys are doing typography. Now, another thing that you guys could look into if you're not great artists and you're just starting out is photography. You can take photography and sell it on print on demand. There's a girl on Redbubble that sold over $11,000 worth of products that is basically just a picture of a wave. She was down in Hawaii, took a picture of the waves hitting the shore, and that has become a very popular item that she sells, or design that she sells, on her Redbubble account. So don't be discouraged at your skill level when it comes to art, because you can make money with print on demand, even if you're at the basic level of art or design. So once you get a little bit more comfortable with these platforms and you decide that you want to step up your game, you can take some courses online, look at some YouTube videos. There are a lot of free programs that you can use to create art online, like the GIMP, Inkscape. There's trial versions of programs. There's so much stuff that you can get out there that you don't have to pay when you're getting started with art. Now, if you have an iPad, it's a great tool to create art, because you can get a program like Procreate and start creating drawings and designs on the iPad, which is really easy when you have the pencil support. And it's just one of those things where don't get discouraged at your skill level. Be productive and figure out ways to take what you do know and how to put it onto a product. So when I look at some of the designs that I spot online at these print-on-demand companies, typography seems to be one of the most popular ones. And then there are people that will take commercial, let's call them vector graphics or things along those lines. They will license them from a vendor and they will use it in their art along with the typography or feel of what they're trying to convey. So there are a lot of commercial fonts and designs that you can purchase already made that do give you the rights to put them on t-shirts or other products if you pay for the subscription to one of the services or if you buy their download. So keep that in mind, that even though you don't have the greatest art skills, for some of you out there, you still can make money with print on demand. Okay, so you guys have set up your print on demand platforms that you want to work with. You have created some designs. You've uploaded them. You've adjusted them to the mock-ups to make sure that they're looking great. And now you're waiting, the crucial part, for the money to come in. Now it does come in. You will start to see sales, but it takes a little bit of time sometimes. Other times it takes a little bit of pushing some audience in front of your designs for them to see those designs and actually purchase them and pay money for what you've created. Now, when you work with a site like Redbubble, for an example, if you've optimized your tags, descriptions, and titles, your designs are going to be found through search, social media, and within the Redbubble platform, as they already have an established base of customers that continuously buy things from that site. If you're working with other sites, such as Printify or Printful, then you might be in the need of advertising. So that means that they won't push any advertising with your designs on it, those two sites. They depend that you are going to create your own platform to sell through. So if you're selling through your own Shopify store, you need to bring traffic over to that store in order to turn that into sales. So that means that you have to advertise either on social media, or you have to get a following on social media and let people know that these designs are available on products. And that's a little bit more tricky when you have to actually put some of your own money out to get sales. And I would recommend watching some videos on YouTube on how to convert traffic from marketing on Facebook or Instagram, maybe even TikTok, because you can make sales, but there is a cost involved in working with those platforms. So you want to make sure that if you're paying for advertising, you're getting the maximum amount of exposure for your buck. And don't pay for advertising going back to sites like Redbubble, because they already have marketing and people go there and find your stuff. You could promote your Redbubble store through your social media presence. If you want, you can put a link with a picture of the item that you're selling, and that traffic will go back to your Redbubble store, and hopefully they'll purchase that item from you. But you're also sending traffic back to Redbubble, which can convert for someone else if they spot a design on the site that they like more than yours. So it's hit and miss, but at least it's free and it's not costing you anything if you want to do it that way. So what I've been doing, for you guys to have sort of an example to compare yourselves to, if I use Printful or Printify, I link it to Shopify, Etsy, and eBay. Those are the 3 platforms that my shop is linked to. And the reason I do that is because when I upload an item to eBay or Etsy, it shows up in the auction listings, and they also advertise on other social media platform, and there's a lot of traffic going to those 2 websites. So I don't have to worry about promoting those particular sites or the designs that are on those sites, because they already get a ton of traffic to those sites without me needing to put any money into it. Now, if I create a Shopify store and I want to have traffic go to there, I do need to spend money to get traffic to go over to my Shopify. The search engines could index the site and find my designs, but the search traffic is going to be very minimal on a site that's just basically selling t-shirts and designs. There are so many other top searches that would come up that I wouldn't probably even be found for my t-shirt designs on Google. So I would have to pay for advertising through Google or other search engines or social media in order to get traffic to my Shopify store. Now, if you're gonna go that route, remember it can get expensive, and you might have to play around with different things before you get a successful campaign converting into dollars. Now, if you have a social media presence, which a lot of you do, you can promote your Shopify or link your Shopify in your bio or things like that on Instagram or through your Facebook page and get traffic that way. So you can be a little bit creative and bring people back to your Shopify store. But the best way without spending any money is if you're on other platforms that already have tons of traffic. Okay, so I hope that some of the things that we discussed in this masterclass on print on demand, if you're new to print on demand, made sense, and that you'll use it for your business, and that it'll help you understand exactly what you need to do to be successful with this type of business. It is passive income that you make with print on demand. You never know when a sale is going to come through. It's not always going to be the same amount of money that you're going to make every month. Some months are going to be better, some are going to be worse. So if you consistently upload and you're on various platforms, you will make money through print on demand, and it is a great business to be involved with little headaches, basically, especially if you have other companies fulfilling your orders, and basically all you're doing is uploading your designs and you're not really dealing with customers. It's a great business model. Now, if you are a print-on-demand expert, I hope there was at least a couple things in this video that you might have learned or might want to consider doing for your print-on-demand business. And if you like this type of content, I hope you can consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. If you hit the notification bell, you'll know when the next video goes up. And if you hit that like button, yes, the like button, it helps us get found in the YouTube algorithm, and we always appreciate when you do that. If there's anything else that you guys want to learn more about print on demand, leave a comment below and we'll try to get around and answer some of your questions or create a specific video for that. If there's a possibility that other people might want to know that same information, we can do that. So keep uploading, stay positive, and we'll see you guys in the next one.